If we have to listen to your noise.
Hear me?
Yeah, that's better. Say a few more.
Sparky Hulk.
Yeah, that's better. It's not great, but it's better.
I just realised that Mr. Sparky Hulk is following Artsan, but not myself.
Oh. You're following Nick's arch nemesis, Artisan Electrical.
Oh, well, see, mate. Now I need to listen, and watch the videos more so I can know about that. And I'm a very loyal guy, so y'all had me on, so I can take care of
that. Sweet. Right, let's do it. Who's doing the intro today? Welcome to Monday Club. We are doing a bonus episode today. We've got Bundo in the house and we've got Kimmy, the Chola from South Central LA. And we have a very special guest. Now, this is a bonus episode. We don't usually have guests, but I decided to have him on. I want to know about the States. I'm a big American fanboy. So we've got Mr. Sparky Hulk, KWAKE in the house.
How's it going, yo?
That's a good intro.
Well, it's like maybe my 100th podcast. I don't know. Done a few, mate. Don't worry about it. Sit down and
been around the block. Oh, well, I am sitting down.
So what we usually do is we like to talk about what you've done last week. But before we do that, where are you based in the US?
I'm based it's about an hour outside of Washington, D.C., which is the nation's capital. So it's on the East Coast, so probably about 4 hours away from New York. I do most of my work in Virginia. So DC, Maryland, and Virginia are relatively close. And so that's where most of the work is. There's a lot of government work out in the area.
So I know it's not an interview. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you loads of questions to blow your mind. But I want to establish where you're from and how long have you been in the game, mate?
I've been doing the trade for about 6 years. About 6 years now. Yeah.
Nice.
Started off in retail. That didn't work out for me. I couldn't really sell to people the way, and I like to work with my hands. And it worked out perfectly.
Sweet. Right. Nick cries if I don't ask him first.
No. Right. So he does it every week. He goes every week and he goes around asking everybody what they've done and then misses me out completely and then starts changing the conversation. So when he does ask me
he's started doing that to me now. He'll skip me out now. He will just be like, Kimmy, I'm not even going to ask you. Just won't even bother.
Let's start with Kimmy then. So,
man. Let's start with me then.
Oh, wow.
No, here we go.
This is why we don't ask you.
Okay, so last week I was supposed to come back to work after my big break and stuff, right? And I managed to do 1.5 days.
Wow.
I know.
So tiring.
I know. But
Monday, what a day.
I kind of didn't know it was Monday. I forgot. And then I thought, okay, Tuesday I went into work, done a whole day doing a part rewire and stuff. Then I needed to get some grommets and I didn't have any on me. So I told the lady I'll come back tomorrow to do the grommets and the rest of the stuff and the testing. And she ended up rescheduling it for today, which obviously bank holiday. So that's getting done for tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I don't remember what I did. Thursday, I think I went to do a job as well. Went there, needed the materials, couldn't get the materials, had to reschedule. And weekend I was out of hours. And that was it. That was my week. So quite easy, but it's a start. It's a start. Better than nothing. Slow motion is better than no motion.
Fact.
And
don't, Sam.
Yeah. And the biggest thing that I was learning last week was I quoted up a job that I really didn't want to do. And then I really, really regretted doing that. It was just a headache job. The previous electricians that done it were cowboys. So I knew if I take the job on, I'd have to rectify everything. It wasn't just going to be a simple add-on extra socket because, I can't just work on a flawed installation. So I thought, you know what, I'm just not going to reply to the messages and so forth and try to escape it, right? But then guess what? I realized I left my ladders on site. They're like £100, right? Or 78 plus VAT or whatever. And the thing is, their shop is literally 2-minute drive from my house. And I go to the corner shop next to them a lot. So I realized that I can't escape them. So that was my big lesson for the week. Do not run away from your problems. Just face them head on. Be honest with them. Somebody told me, what is the tip going to be? Overquote. That's what everybody else advised me. Overquote it.
If you don't want to do the job, put in a silly price. If you get it, you're laughing.
Yeah, but
What's Cowboy?
What's that?
Cowboy.
Cowboy.
I never heard that term. Yeah,
oh,
I never heard
so
that term.
that's a DIY Dave, as we call it. A mozzarella. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing, or she. And they just basically mess everything up. Or a YouTuber, yeah.
Hey, enough for that.
Yeah, we got those. Now I'll do it myself once they get the quote, and they're like, "Yeah, I saw this guy on YouTube. He did it. So if he did it, I can do it." Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? There was a funny thing today. I saw on somebody's story, Mr. Sparky Milan. He posted a job that he went to, and it was basically a fuse board that somebody did themselves, following step-by-step instructions they saw on YouTube, right? And then what they did is they went on electricians' pages to look at what materials was being used, and they literally just done the whole fuse board change as a DIY project. And he said that the guy owns a Lamborghini in his garage, right? Which means that he probably wasn't even doing it to save money. He just was like, cool DIY project, man. I see all these guys on YouTube giving it a go. And he gave it a go. So that's when, we have the whole debate. Like, when are we reaching a point where we are showing too much? But the thing is, we were saying that I enjoy watching these videos, that we all learn from it, and it's interesting. So I was thinking, you know how they was planning to do social media where you've got to upload your ID to be able to have the account? And I think we should do like a Sparky version, upload your qualifications. So only the qualified Sparkies can watch the detailed step-by-step videos, and all the DIY Daves and the Cowboys will just get the edited stuff for that fast forwards to the end. But that's just a far throw of what I think that should be happening. I don't know. It's a big problem, isn't it?
That's the next point. If we want to branch out from do like proper step-by-step fuse board changes or anything like that, is we physically set it up as a paid account, and I say, I'm going to do these videos, but you electricians that want to watch, or the apprentices, it's going to cost you 120 quid for, let's say, 10 videos. They're the ones that are going to go, yeah, it's worth it for the educational purposes. But the DIY is not going to go, actually, I'll spend 120 quid to find this out, whether or not they can get a board change done for twice that price. You know what I mean?
But someone said,
I was thinking like an OnlyFans account, a Sparky version.
That's what I was thinking. Sparky OnlyFans.
No one's listening.
I'm sorry, Sam.
No one's listening.
What?
Listen, you can't put out a step-by-step guide for an apprentice. You've got to follow the guidelines, the net guidelines, or whatever the formal guidelines of teaching are. Otherwise, you're going to be teaching them wrong. So don't do that. You're welcome.
Whether or not, well, you say do that. Like, I reckon, and there's a fair few people out there could do a better installation than some lecturers could, because we do it day in, day out. Lecturers haven't done it for the past 10 years. They would know the theory behind it, but practical wise, to get around obstacles or different ways to do it physically on site, we would know better.
Yeah, but like when Lewis Hamilton was 14, he was like world champion, like, I don't know, single seat racing car driver. Couldn't go and drive a car because he couldn't get a license. So he might have been a great driver, but he can't go and get a basic bitch driving license because he can't pass a test to that standard, because it's a different.
That's got literally nothing to do with us. So sure. No, oh god, no. No, but never mind.
See what I'm saying?
Never mind.
Like, you could be the best.
Yeah.
No, anyway.
Moving on. Yeah. How's your week, Nick? Week been, Nick? Yeah, it's been great. What have I been doing? So, four fuse boards. Go on.
Let me try it. How's your week been, Nick?
It's been great. Thank you very much for asking, mate. So, yeah, did Sam, you might as well leave now, mate. No. Well, we did a couple, but 4 board changes. And on the side, I have set up, I showed the Kimmy and Sam and Mark. I finally got around to designing my own logo, my own T-shirts, and a bit of a merch line. I've wanted to do one for ages. I nearly did it last year. Didn't want to rush it. I've made a logo that if people see it, they'll go, yeah, it's Nick, but it's not got my logo on it. It's not got my name or anything like that. I wanted to make T-shirts that I want to wear. Like, I want to wear them for work. I'm going to make a load for myself. And then I spoke to my brother today, and he's managed to already do a website shop, show me how to use it all. I bought the press. I bought the T-shirts turned up yesterday, Sam. And so maybe I was going to get to it this week. I'll get them posted out to you guys. And
I'm a medium.
Okay. The thing is, these tops are, the long T-shirts, so they're like, curved at the bottom. Yeah, so they're all them ones. But I put an extra large
Curved
one on.
at the bottom?
Yeah. So.
Why'd you have to? What?
Yeah,
Don't worry
it's a
about
T-shirt. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you a picture. But yeah, I put an extra large on the other day, and I was like, yeah, I'm comfortable with it. But it was quite. But I sort of rolled my tops up anyway, like roll the sleeves up, so it sort of fits me. But yeah, I'm interested.
So I'm
it's going to be good.
Yeah. Or I will be.
Yeah.
I will be no matter what. I look like a sausage in it.
Sound like he's in a sleeping bag.
Yeah, I'll just be like a sausage. But yeah, get one over, and I need something to wipe my ass with anyway. So
brilliant, cool. But yeah, other than that, and then this weekend I've just been my daughter in my office. We've changed rooms, hence the different background. I spoke to my mate, and he's going to make me a illuminated logo sign for the background, which would be cool. But yeah, other than that, busy.
Well, unless it
lovely jubbly.
I don't care what's on it.
What's what?
Unless it says Monday Club, it ain't going up.
I think you find I'm the driver running this train, so I'll have what I want in the background.
Okay, sure. Listen, right. The only person I really want to hear from this week,
is yourself.
Oh,
I was going to say indirect.
Yeah, fact.
Is Mr. Quake. Mate, tell me what you done this week.
Well, this week I can tell y'all because I'm not going to get in trouble for it. But I worked on a secret site. It's the CIA site.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh,
what?
I work in the CIA. Yeah. And so this past week we were running some outside ridges for they're changing their turnstiles from one section to another because they're knocking out the parking lot to start a new building. So what we're doing is the early site process of getting everything prepared. So there's 2 parking lots that had to be demoed out, and so we're taking down the pole lights, making sure all that's disconnected, we're all locked out, tagged out, and then inside the building where we can't have phones or take pictures or anything like that or any type of listening devices. We're installing the panel and the transformer for our outside car chargers that are going in the parking lot. So that's been this week of work, really. And I got a new apprentice that's like a second year that's really eager to learn. And he was trying to do hot work, and they were like, getting his confidence down and getting him kind of scared. So, I just did my best to,
raise him up a bit.
Patient. Yeah,
what's hot work? Because, is that what working live?
Yeah, working live. Yeah, working live circuitry. So we were just outside changing 120 volts. Do y'all have 120 volts?
Yeah, we have that. We have that on site. Like if we're on a building site, we'll use 120. But in
110
houses and 110. Sorry, and in houses and stuff, it's 240.
Inside the house? Wow,
yeah.
It's 120. It's 120 in houses here. So it was just basically 120. It wasn't enough to shock him to a point where we'd have to call 911. But they were trying to scare him. If you get hit, this or that happened. I'm like, look, calm down. I know it's your first time. If you're not comfortable, I'll show you. And he said he wasn't comfortable. So, I showed him and, I told him that it's not the safest thing to do, but sometimes you have to do it. And we had to do it because, you have to get an escort and you have to tell somebody, you have to sign in, you have to walk through a metal detector, get sniffed by dogs. So we just
Wow.
save 30 minutes and just did it live and replace our receptacle. But yeah, that was most of my work.
So I've got a question for you. What are your phase colors out there?
Brown, orange, yellow, or black, white, green. Black and white, red.
So
blue, red, black.
what is your neutral out there?
It's white or a gray. And in some cases, it can be a purple. Like I was working on another site where I was doing a power distribution unit, and the secondary was gray, purple, and brown, and the purple was the neutral.
So you don't have like the same colors across all states?
For the whole state, yes, but it's different phases. So for your 277, your high voltage, that's brown, orange, yellow. And so sometimes like you can do the blue, red, and black for your phases. So like if you're doing a 3-phase, you know what I mean? That's what we'll put on for our panels and stuff. But that's just the norm, And like we got our lock was from the lock for the magnet lock for our turnstile was from the UK, and it was blue, brown, and the ground, and everybody was like, "What do I do?" I was like, "You know what? I've been watching Kimmy Discuss, and I know what to do. Here, get it here." The brown is I was like, I think the brown is neutral. I was like, the brown is neutral. I know it is. I think it is. I think.
It's not.
No, stop.
Even I know that. So our brown is live, our neutral is blue, and the green and yellow is earth.
Yeah. Okay. Earth. Yeah. Ground. Yeah. We use green and yellow too.
Oh, you're not really like technically. You're not meant to call it that. It's line, neutral, and CPC.
Oh yeah.
Right. There were more technical podcasts available.
Yeah.
Please use Google.
Right. What does it take to like become a journeyman? Like, is there like a journeyman level, or like once you like graduate from school?
No. So what you have is you have your.
There's a few different ways, yeah.
Essentially, you have your apprenticeship for 3 or 4 years, depending on like type of apprenticeship you do. Most of 4 years really, and you do like a year where you're like what's called an improve. Well, not really. You're like you spend a year where you're not really an apprentice or an electrician.
Your electrician's mate.
No, it's not that. That's an unqualified electrician.
What's that between level 2 and level 3?
No. So you finish level 3. That means you're out of your time. Okay,
so after level 3, okay.
Now most companies won't make you an electrician straight away. They want you to do a year in like this state of limbo, and then you become an electrician, and then you can become an approved electrician after so long. As long as you've got your test in and you've done a couple of years on the tools, you become an approved electrician after probably about 2 years. I think it's 2 years after being fully qualified. You can then apply for your approved electrician card, but that's really only if you're working for a real
big companies.
Someone like Nick, he just picked up a screwdriver one day and said he was an electrician.
Brilliant. Yeah. So I left. Such a dick. I left school, went straight to college, so didn't do an apprenticeship. Did college for 3 years and did my qualifications. Not as great as what it would be through an apprenticeship, but it was a qualification nonetheless. And then I got signed off as an electrician then. But I'm qualified in it all, but I really only do domestic as well.
How old was you when you went to college? Was it like an adults college or 16?
No, I went straight from school. Did for 3 years, and then my 3rd year I went self-employed. I know. I was self-employed now. I was working by myself in my own company at 18.
Nice.
Yeah.
It turned out all well for you because you're actually quite a respected UK electrician.
Yes, thank you, Sam. That was the nicest thing you've ever said. It
hurts me to say that, but the truth is, Nick does know his stuff. Although some would disagree.
Yeah.
No, he's a proper little Sparkosaurus, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. I try. Google does wonders sometimes.
We actually
How are you?
we don't actually know what Kimmy's status is. No one really knows. If
Yeah.
she's an electrician, if she's a tarot card reader, if she's a chola from the South Central LA,
you know,
or what.
It depends what day of the week you come to me. Literally, do you know what somebody said to me the other day? You can't be both. You cannot believe in the metaphysical and the philosophical stuff and also be an electrician and believe in science. So they kind of tried to say I don't exist. I was like, okay, well, anyways.
Who said this?
Oh, this is Instagram. There was a whole big debate of people tagging me saying that this is nonsense. You know, you can't be into science and also believe the metaphysical. And I said, what about quantum physics? That's metaphysical science, right? That's in between, right? And I don't remember how it went. But either way, E equals MC squared, and I'm an electrician. However, I haven't got this AM2 thing that a lot of people say would make you an electrician.
Same.
Which is basically...
I have.
Well, I know Sam's got it, but I think Nick doesn't have that. No. So basically, that's AM2 is something they push you to do after college, but it's basically exactly what you do in college as your final exam, but they just get you to come back and do it after a few months again.
That, is it?
It is the way. No. The way it was literally build the same setup. So you build your conduit, you build your tray work, you bend all your pipes, put it together, put the fuse board on, put the pendants up, and then you do the test, and then bam, your AM2 is done with the portfolio along it.
No, it's not really like that.
Is it not?
No, it's not like that at all.
Oh.
I don't really know.
I've never done it.
So you have to do an installation, test it. You have to show you can follow drawings and stuff. Then you have to do a series. This is what I did.
But this was 42 years ago because you were very old.
No, it was not. It was 15 years ago. So relax.
Okay? 15 years ago. Wow, I was 14 then. Nice.
15 years ago, Sam.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kimmy was 11 then.
Sam, how old are you?
I was less than that.
38.
I was 10, mate.
Wow.
Kimmy, how old are you?
I turned 25 last month.
Oh, wow.
I'm halfway to 50. Yay.
Wow. Y'all never get so old.
Let me just say something, right?
I was going to guess, but I probably wouldn't guess, so I'm not going to go for it.
Well, how old KWAKE is, I would say, see, this is the thing.
Go on, mate.
Look at this.
Yeah, I'm just on the podcast. You okay?
He's taking phone calls on the podcast.
All right, Sam.
It's probably Mark. Is that how's it going without me there?
What's that?
It's Adam ringing me.
You?
Who?
You?
It was Adam. It's my apprentice. My electrical apprentice.
Is he stuck on the job?
No, he wants to talk about tomorrow.
He wants his bum spanked. That's what he wants, phoning you at 8 o'clock.
Doesn't he? At Harper State, he's good. He says what we do tomorrow. He likes to know what jobs we got the night before. Like, what apprentice does that?
That is so cute.
Yeah, he likes it. He's really good.
Would have done that.
Can we get back to the AM2 bit now? Or how old we are? What one? You choose.
Oh, yes, Sam, how old are you?
39.
He's 39, I'm 29, and you're 25.
Oh, wow. Okay, Mr. Sparky Hulk.
And he's 20. Go on, how old are you, Mr. Sparky Hulk?
Second guess. I want to feel guesses.
I'm going to go... Yeah, I was going to go 32 as well.
I will go 35.
You older?
40, Richard.
Oh, yeah.
40.
Yeah.
You're like my age. Yeah. Listen, we can't all look this good. And let me tell you why.
That's
don't
what
crack.
I'm saying.
Yeah, there we go.
Come on.
Sam is so proud of that. Oh, my God.
He is. He loves that saying. Every guest we have on, he says that and waits for the reaction. Bless him.
And everyone laughs. It's one of my go-tos.
Oh.
So
go on then, Sam. Hit us with the next
AM2.
question.
Let's just quickly talk about the AM2. So it was a time. So you had 8 hours to complete your AM2. That was your installation.
8 hours?
Yeah.
Easy.
I'm not going to tell you how long my install took me.
About 4 years.
I hate doing conduit.
Still doing it.
I think it took us like a week to do it, you know.
There's an 8-hour install, which most people, like most keen apprentices, will do it about 6 hours. Then you've got to do a test, a computer test. Then you have to do a series of. You have to show you can test your installation. Then you go to a fault wall and you have to find the 6 faults on the fault wall, and then that's you. Then that's you pass your AM2. I believe that was it. It was a while ago now.
I think it's like £2,000, isn't it? 1,500, £2,000, is it?
You know, I did it for a college, so I didn't even pay the college.
Anyway, yeah, brilliant.
That's expensive.
Yeah. Everything over here is expensive. You even go in Greg's now. Steak bake's expensive.
Is proper expensive, but not as expensive as you guys 911 calls.
Do you know? Yeah, well, I saw on Facebook a woman without healthcare giving birth in the US. It cost her $70,000.
Yeah. Literally, it's like $5,000 extra to hold your baby for like 5 minutes and stuff.
Yeah. They charge you for that. You know what I mean?
I was like,
they
what?
To hold your child and to skin to skin with your baby. Yeah. It's brutal here for that.
So how much are like the average electrician wages out there?
See, now that differs by state. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And by time, like by the time you've been in it. So like the more north you are, I think the more money you make. You know what I mean? So like from DC and on up is probably higher. Like when I used to live in Florida, like top pay for a master electrician, I think it's like $30 an hour.
So,
you know what I mean? So that's about 60,000, 62,000 a year.
How much is that after tax? How much tax do you guys pay out there?
Oh, that depends on that. Yeah, it depends on if you don't have a child, like they go for you. But if you have a child, like you get a little bit of a break, you know. But like
you don't get paid.
But then,
do you have to pay tax in Texas? You don't have to pay tax in Texas, do you?
You don't have to pay state tax in Texas, but you have to pay federal tax. Yeah. And
because you guys have to. Sorry, go on.
That's why I make it. No, but I was saying like the same in Florida. That's why like the pay rate of $30 an hour is like the max. But like here in DC, you can't max out at $30 an hour because the cost of living is just too much. You know.
Well, this is what we've got as well. So Artisan, the guy you follow on Instagram, the other YouTuber, he where he lives in Cambridge is a very, very nice area. He can charge £80 plus VAT, so he's over £100 an hour. So in dollars, that would be about $130, $140 an hour he can charge.
Yeah.
But yet you come to where I live in the Midlands, you would get kicked out of every person's house if you ever said that. Like, it's just not acceptable. So it does differ from place to place, but that's one of the most expensive I've ever heard, really. Even down in London, it doesn't reach that, does it, Sam?
80 sounds right. 80 sounds right.
80 is about right. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, if I do a private job, I do £50 an hour. Like I don't like it just to £50 an hour. But that's because I don't really do many private jobs, and if I go and do it, it's only going to be something easy. Whereas, but for me, subcontracting. So I'm a self-employed electrician that works in commercial and industrial. So all my stuff's commercial and industrial. I don't really do house bashing. It's for peasants. But do you know what? I get paid a lot less than most house bashers. That's a fact.
Yeah.
I get £25 an hour. Yeah, £25 an hour.
Because you lose quite a lot through subcontractor. Yeah, it's true.
But see, here I think it's like you would make more in commercial than you do.
Oh, listen, I'll come out to America tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, they could like put you. How many years?
15.
Because no, brother, no. Look, they pay. What's that equivalent to? 25 an hour. That's probably what 28 US dollars.
Like that,
yeah. So that's about a third year apprentice.
Whoa.
I'm not having this. Hold on.
The
But
thing is, you go away from day rate as well. So if you ask me the past 10 years, I can't say I've ever worked for a day rate. Everything I do is priced privately. All my work is priced. So let's say we do a rewire, I quote $6,000 for this. You know, the time frame we give a rough 5 to 7 days. If we get it done in 4 days, the cost is the same. But for a day rate for a rewire, if you were to break that down, you'd be on £500 a day, if not more. It varies, and this is why I don't really do day rate, because the more jobs I can get in the day, obviously consistently with a good job as well, you can make so much more, you 3 times your day rate if you're good at it.
the reality for me is, though, one, I'm too fat, too old, and not motivated enough to do price work. I'm doing it literally the easiest way possible. I phone up, I'll get a contract, I'll go and do the contract. I don't negotiate anything. I put my invoice in every week. I get paid on a Monday. It's that simple. And and as with all things in life, you get out what you put in. So I'm doing it the easy way. You're doing it the hard way. I couldn't keep up with Nick. If I went and worked with Nick for the day, there's no way I could keep up with his pace. No way. I'm not even going to lie about it.
Sam did for a day, and it was an eye-opener for you, because as much as me and Adam say like we're good at our jobs, we just don't stop.
No, and like although I'd beat him up in a boxing ring, I couldn't beat him in a rewiring a house. No way.
No. And also, what you'll know about Sam is whenever he gets a job that's not his own, he will spend 90% of the day walking around on his phone trying to ring me or Kimmy or Mark or anybody else he knows rather than do any work.
He could easily be a foreman here.
That's or if there's no signal, he will go and sit in the toilet and have a poo for 4 hours. That's also what he does.
Make a little video talking about it.
He can come here. He can come here. That's what foremen do. And then they get mad at the electricians for doing the same thing. Hey, look, he is cut out for this type of work over here.
There you go, Sam.
Man.
Sam the foreman, yes.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, Sam did say he's obsessed with America. He could definitely be a foreman out there, mate.
Like, honestly, do you know what I'm doing? Probably shouldn't say it on here, but I'm going to say it anyway. I am going to be making my own moonshine in my garden.
Should have said that on here, man.
Why not? It's not illegal in the UK.
Hit me up off camera. I'll give you some good recipes because I've got mine brewing in the back as well, you know.
Moonshine isn't. I've heard that in movies, but isn't like really high percent alcohol.
Literally, you can make it out. You know what?
Yes, it is.
I went to my daughter's godparents this weekend. My best mate for many years, and we dived in there. And he had these moonshine all set up, and I've been speaking to him for a couple of weeks, learning how to do it, and I was tasting it all weekend. Man.
What does it taste like? Vodka?
It could taste whatever you want. You can put you can make it from apples.
Yeah.
You can make it from jalapenos. You could like have a real spicy one if you wanted.
Yeah.
Mate, he had one, and it was 70%. Right, 70%.
Ethanol. That's what that's called. Yeah.
He had 70%, and it was called apple cake. Oh, mate, apple pie. That's it, apple pie. 70% apple pie, mate. It was lethal. I lost the power of speech. Lost the power of speech. I'm sitting there like that, and I'd only had a glass. Brilliant.
Yeah, mate, it's quite popular in Lithuania as well. I made the 80% one out there as well, and got some flavors.
Lie about it for?
I'll send you the pictures, man. I've got pictures of me like mixing up the pot in that.
Oh, Kim. Oh. Oh, Kim, I think I used to bite constantly at whatever he said, and now you've overtook me, so it's fine.
I'm sorry. It's me. It's my first time with Sam, so I'm sorry, Kimmy, if you've been like.
No, it's fine. You know? It's fine because I'm quite naive, so I don't even get the joke.
Look, like he's just funny. He's just funny to me, so he just makes me laugh.
He doesn't have his face is funny. He looks like a little when he's fully cleanly shaved. He just looks like a little something.
Hamster. I'd say a hamster.
It looks like a service station sandwich.
Overpriced, it doesn't actually taste that nice.
Yep.
Looks good, but doesn't taste nice and full of fat.
You spend enough time with him, Quake, you realise he's just very annoying all the time.
How rude.
It's a fact. Sure. He does this thing where when he does a little walk around at work when he doesn't want to do anything, he goes, "Oh lads, I'm going to get some materials," and then fucks off outside on his phone. He will try and ring me, and if I'm busy, he'll ring Kimmy or Mark, and then if I ring him back, he will then put the phone down on them two to answer the phone to me, just to annoy him.
It's true, and he'll let us know. He'll be like, "Sorry, Kim, Nick called back. See ya," and he won't even let me say bye. He'll just put the phone down.
It's not true.
It is all
literally
true.
I've got call logs where we'll be on the phone for 15 minutes. As soon as Nick calls back,
Bye.
or he'll just be there talking about Nick. So Nick this, Nick that.
Oh, really?
See, now she's lying. Now you're lying.
No, I don't think she is. What's he saying about me, Kim?
Right, he's obsessed with you. Like,
yeah, it's true.
He discovered you and made you, so he just.
Don't you dare! Don't you
And he
dare.
discovered and made me too. Remember?
Kimmy,
it's true. Before Sam, I was nobody on Instagram. I used to hide the fact that I was a lady and all of this and that. And Sam came up. He's like, "Come on, show your face on there. Let people know you're a female spark." He changed the name up, and he made me.
I even named her. I even named her Kimmy
Discuss.
Discuss.
You know what? I do remember reading that. So yeah, Sam. Yeah, all right. But don't let your head get too big.
Yeah. Well,
Sam,
how did you make me then? Please tell everyone.
Nick,
with that
I want to hear this
video.
story.
Listen, right? Nick was an up and coming YouTube guy, and so I had this podcast, and in its early days, it wasn't even on YouTube, but I decided to do some hustling, and I started making some money. And then I was talking to Nick. We had him on as a guest on the podcast. He was already much bigger than us. Whatever, I don't know. However, Nick was like, "Oh yeah, I do everything for free because I'm a little bitch." Anyway, I had to have a conversation with him, and it took me maybe 6 months to get it into his head that he has a valuable worth, and he's not taking it to its fullest potential. Now he's a very rich man. I'm a very poor man, and he sits there and it's just how it is.
And plays in his unit on Mondays.
Yeah. Plays in his unit.
We need to switch pictures. Here's the thing. You send me that whole picture, and I'll send you a baby Yoda picture because you're more Yoda than Hulk. You see what I mean? You're giving everybody this advice and their IG live. They're saying, "If you have any advice for me, can you go over? You're like an IG consultant, so go over my page, please, and tell me where I."
Listen, this Hulk picture is this. I spoke about this on a Fat Sam podcast. And it exists because I have had a very up and down past, and I have a lot of demons. And as we know, if you imagine I'm Bruce, and that's the Hulk, or it's David Banner originally, wasn't it? Dr. David Banner.
Bruce Banner.
And then it's Bruce Banner now.
David is the rapper. Yeah.
No, David Banner, Dr. David Banner, was the original one in the Louis Farino days.
Oh,
because,
yeah.
Do you know why? Because back then in the 70s, Bruce was thought of as being a little bit too homosexual.
Yeah, I've heard about that actually.
That's a fact. But yeah, so this represents my inner demons, always there, and to be mindful of them.
Oh man, that's cool. I never knew that. That's what my tattoo's about as well. My inner demons. But anyways.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Dr. David Bruce Banner.
So you're welcome.
Yeah,
Thank
Dr.
you, Sam.
David Bruce Banner.
Don't ever quiz me on comic book knowledge.
Oh well,
I
wouldn't have thought so. Actually, I'm pretty good with it.
Now you make me want to.
So what else do we need to know about America? So we know they get paid more than us. We know they got weird colours on their cable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're orange? What?
Yeah, what is orange for?
It's a face.
It's rather hot.
277 volts.
Yes.
What? 277?
I'm learning.
277.
Didn't you listen? Sam never listens, by the way.
He said it earlier.
He does, but he doesn't.
No, Sam's got like a little Netflix screen going on the background, so he looks at the screen. You think he's looking at it. But it's
He's sitting
actually
there watching that thing. Okay, he's watching the Nevers. I mean, Shadow and Bone.
You know what I have been really into at the moment is a series called The 100. I'm obsessed with it.
I watched the first season when it came out.
So
Is that
what
to do with the
season are you on?
soldiers?
No.
No, relax, man. What's that, Quake?
What season are you on?
I just got onto season 4, I think.
Okay, you made it past the alley season.
Yeah, the alley season. I didn't really like that one, man.
You're not going to until season 6 and season 7. That makes a connection that way.
Oh, I like the first season. I like the second season. The third season was all right, and then
Fourth season is good. Fifth season is going to be.
Is it a tough season?
Sixth season.
Okay.
The top, like sixth season and seventh season explains a lot, but seventh season explains a lot. The sixth season is really, really, really good. And here's the odd thing: where the 100 is located, where they are, is literally my backyard.
Oh yeah,
really?
Because they're East Coast, aren't they? Well, they're like Washington DC because they've got the Lincoln statue in it, isn't they?
Yeah. And Mount Weather is probably 45 minutes away from here. It's an actual place.
Is the right? I'm getting confused here. Is the 100 when 100 people just disappear overnight? That's a different one. Is the 100 when loads of people get dropped on, like kids and everything get dropped together? Right. Yes. I have watched. Yeah, I've watched the first season of that. So what's that program when 100 people disappeared overnight? Do you remember? And then they turned up 10 years later. That's it.
The 400.
What's that called?
4400.
Yeah,
that was out on Sky years ago. Yeah.
And then they started getting powers and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can talk about TV all that. Also, one of the best things ever to come from America is Breaking Bad. 100 billion%.
No,
best TV program
ever. Saul better. I like Better Call Saul better.
Saul.
Anyway, anyway, can we just like there's something weird's happened here, and we're like, let's just. I brought up the 100, and it's in his backyard. Imagine that. That's cool. Synchronicity. That's the universe saying this podcast should have happened. See?
Exactly.
Come on, Kimmy. What have you got to say about that? What do your tarot cards say about that?
Listen, I make more money an hour as a tarot card reader than you do as a Sparky, so...
Hold on. Let me get my cards and lie to you.
Oh, you can't say that.
Let me see what the cards say. It says Sam is a bit of a... What's that? AWS? I don't really... What does that mean?
Flabby.
This means that you have got good fortune. No, don't. It's a silly picture.
Listen, Sam, let me do your little tarot card reading, and then we'll see what you say after.
Yeah. Well, when you come up, because you obviously... Sam, tell everyone the news.
We can't this week.
No. Just like...
next week.
No. What? Obviously, what we want to do in the future, like what's happening in a couple of weeks.
We've got plans actually. We're going to be going studio based. We're going to be coming to Nick's unit.
Sorry,
I'll be taking over with his skinny knotted arms.
I was going to say, will you have enough space for all of us to sit? Because Sam might take up a lot of space if you want to.
That's the worst arm, bro.
You know what? I knew she was going for that. I knew it.
That's the worst arm ever. Like that's not even that don't even look muscular. That just looks like a tattooed arm. That looks like any man's arm.
True.
It just looks like any man's arm. It's like,
they did say that as soon as I got the tattoo, it said all the definition from all your muscles will disappear. I was like, great, cool, whatever.
There is no definition there, Nick. You've not lifted a weight in 5 years.
Carrying this podcast has been pretty bad on my back for the past year.
Oh, whatever.
I love it.
Shots fired. Put the fireworks up.
Sorry. Anyway, back to you, Sam. Go on.
So we are doing a studio. We're going to be taking the podcast to the studio. So it won't be no more from the shed. The odd one from the shed, and the odd one from Nick's whatever room he's in that day, and Kimmy on the floor, whatever.
Floor gang.
Right, I'm on the floor.
Yeah,
there you go.
Wake on the floor.
I was inspired by it.
Yes, sweet. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going to
Stafford.
I'll be coming up there, taking over, throwing my weight around, my considerable weight around, letting people know what time it is. And we're going to be shooting a podcast from there.
Give it a good go. We need to figure it out what we're going to do. The only thing I was thinking is we should just stick a GoPro instead of individual cameras. We'll just stick a GoPro on wildlands.
No.
Well, I've got my Canon. We can do a few different things, but the first couple of episodes we're going to have a play with and get used to what's going on. But it should be good.
So I've got a camera as well on a tripod, whatever. I can bring all my little equipment.
Sweet.
And I'm going to get a live tarot reading.
Yes.
From Kimmy.
I have one as well. I want one too.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Oh, why? Why do you just get one and I don't?
No, because I'm in charge.
Because
well, you're not.
Because
you're not
Nick's
coming in
one is simple. I don't think the cards. You're gonna say rich, 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 rich.
Yeah,
I don't know about Sam. I don't know what it might say because he's got no consistency.
Sam's cards will just say cake and cake. Sorry, Quake. What were you going to say?
Actually, what's funny? I have a funny story for you all. Since you asked about America, I used to do residential sales for electrical, right? And so I was messing around when I first started, and I don't want to do the accent because I'm with British folks, and so my dad.
Do it.
So my dad used to live in London, and so I went to my manager and I said, "Hi, my name's Quake," and he was like, "Monday morning you have to do that voice," and I was like, "All right."
Yes.
He's like, "I'm gonna fire you if you don't." So I was like, "All right." So I made the phone call and I was, "Good morning, this is Quake with Best Home Services. How are you doing? I'm about 30 minutes out. I'll be there." And he was like, "Well, top of the morning to you." And I was like, "Golly, the whole thing's shot." Because he's actually from London. So I can't go in there and be continuing this conversation, with him and trying to, It's like trying to continue the conversation and he's going to smell me out and be like, where are you from in London? America? So I went in there and I was like, he was really, really happy. He was like, "You're from London?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm not." It was actually a joke from work. They told me to do it, but I didn't know. So that was karma telling me to be quiet.
Because Quake has been good enough to do a British accent, we've all got to have a go at an American accent.
I can't do accents.
You've got to try. Right, Nick's first.
No, son, I can't do them.
Yeah. Just because you said you can't do it, you have to.
You have to try it.
I'm trying to think of a phrase from a movie that I've watched 100 times. I genuinely just can't do accents at all.
Right, Kimmy, you do an American accent. Fuck it.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Sugar. I'm thinking. I'm put on the spot. Okay. So I like Harry Potter, man, because it's totally awesome, dude. Peace out, man. But that's stereotypical, isn't it?
That's so bad.
Go on, Sam.
I don't know. I'm nervous now.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
No, he's nervous.
Give me some of that good moonshine.
Oh,
come on.
Oh, that's good.
All right. That sounds pretty good. Like it from the
right then.
I
don't miss, you see. I don't miss. Come on, Nick.
I'm not doing it. Not happening.
Oh, look at him. He's gone all
I can't do accents. I will just either offend people or make myself look more of an idiot. I do, but not this episode.
Do a accent. You got to do any accent.
I cannot do accents.
Just say why.
Never have done. Why I man?
There you go.
Where was that from?
Scottish.
No,
Scotty. That's Geordie.
That's from
I don't know.
Newcastle. Oh, listen. We're just
Scotland.
Listen, Mark's not here again. And we're descending into chaos again.
Yes. Yep.
Listen.
Sorry.
I've got a full-blown storm happening outside my
No, it's just
yeah.
left us. Yeah.
Well, it's not your
What's the weather like out in the US?
There's a thunderstorm coming. I like when he said that, I looked outside. I see the clouds coming.
So what time is it what time is it there right now?
What time is it there?
It's 4 o'clock there.
We're
5
to 9.
Oh yeah, 3:55. 3:55.
Well, that's all right then. Right, listen, we're wrapping this up. Mr. Sparky Hulk, Quake from DC. thank you so much for blessing us
Yeah,
with
man.
your presence.
Thank you.
It has been
Thank
very
you.
fun.
Thank you.
Kimmy,
Thank you for having me.
don't know what we're going to do with you, but
Yeah.
you know.
Call me Mrs. Wago.
It's fine. It's fine.
What?
For fuck's sake. Right, listen. Monday Club, we're out.
We're out.
We are out.
Do you know what happened?